Welcome to the podcast that has earned recognition in 2019 and again in 2020 as one of the best podcasts in the market research industry. This is Research Business Daily Report. We are the industry's only daily research video blog. And if you'd like to lend your support financially to our video endeavors, please go to RBDR's exclusive community at the crowdfunding platform, patreon.com/RBDR. I'm Bob Lederer, now in my 26th year as the respected voice in market research. Advanced people sensing technologies have the capability to fundamentally reshape how businesses do their business. It can result in better experiences for customers, better merchandising to attract those customers, and better operations, which helps the financial end. Digital Mortar and Hella Aglia, a leader in people tracking sensor technology, happen to be staging a free webinar tomorrow, Tuesday, January the 19th. And our guest today, Gary Angel of Digital Mortar, is going to give you a little detail about what's going on in the field and why it may very well be worth your while to attend. Gary?
Thanks, Bob. I'm Gary Angel with the Measurement Minute. Like a lot of people, I admit to being a technology junkie. I find the technologies that we use in our business, advanced people counting cameras and LiDAR sensors, to be fascinating in and of themselves. But not everyone feels that way. If you're not really into the technology side, you can still, though, be really interested in what those technologies can do for your business. And in fact, for all of us, that's the really important thing to keep in mind. Well, the good news here is that strides in these advanced people sensing technologies have actually made this technology a lot easier and more powerful to deploy. It used to be something like the Wild West, very difficult, very challenging, very bleeding edge. But these days, with these technologies, you can actually deliver fairly quickly real value to the organization. And you can deliver real value to the organization in a lot of different ways. In the past year, partly driven by challenges from COVID, we've seen these technologies be used in a variety of different ways. We've seen them be used to improve basic operations, things like queuing and occupancy management. We've seen them be used to improve people process operations, improving and measuring a lot of the changes that are going on in the store around things like BOPUS and ship from store and curbside pickup that are very difficult to implement, particularly on a distributed basis. And we've seen them being used in sort of the classic sense of actually understanding how the shopper is experiencing something and improving the merchandising and store flow layout. Some of these people sensing applications, things like occupancy management and queue management that are heavily driven by COVID-19 requirements, may be things that feel like we all hope will go away as soon as things get back to some kind of normal. They're a patchwork, they're often not very well done, and they don't really improve the customer experience or store operations. But that's not always the case. I think about something like TSA PreCheck. I'm a very frequent traveler, and that's an experience that in some ways has actually improved the security check-through experience, even compared to pre-9/11. So sometimes technology that's deployed because of crises and because of things that maybe we weren't very happy about can actually turn out making the customer experience better in the long run. And there are some real applications for that. Virtual queuing that's built on top of occupancy management is, from my perspective, just a better line experience. Not only better from the customer perspective, because I hate standing in lines, but better from the store perspective too, because if I'm shopping instead of standing in line, I'm probably going to buy more stuff. It isn't just that kind of operational change, though, that's been enabled by people sensing applications. You can also do things like improve your operational processes that you've introduced for things like BOPUS or ship from store or curbside pickup. Stores have had to make a lot of changes to the way they do business in the last year. Understanding how those processes are actually working and being executed in the field, that's incredibly valuable. And if you can measure them, you can actually improve them on an ongoing basis. And it's pretty much the same story when it comes to merchandising and the way people are actually navigating the store. A lot has changed in the last year. This is a great time, and we've seen some really interesting and successful deployments around optimizing people's engagement with merchandising and display. That's the heart of the store. It's the single most important thing that the store is doing. And being able to measure what engages shoppers, how they actually engaged, what products they care about and interested in, it's a really powerful technology for improving the way the store functions from a merchandising perspective. So whether your focus is on experience or selling or operations, people sensing technologies have the ability to deliver applications that can actually significantly improve the way your business is functioning. Hey, if you'd like to learn more, I have a webinar coming up with one of our technology partners, Hella. It's on January 19th. It's free, of course. It's kind of in conjunction with NRF. And what we're going to be doing is actually showing some of these technologies, the views they actually deliver, the things that the camera captures and the way that looks, and then show how that data is actually taken and used to drive real-world improvement around things like occupancy management and virtual queuing and back office automation and people process improvement and merchandising analytics. It's really fascinating content, both from a technology perspective, but even more from a business perspective. I hope you'll join. Looking forward to talking to you then as well.
We're linking to the registration page to that webinar. It's in the box beneath today's video. Check it out. That's a wrap on today's Research Business Daily Report. And our editorial goal in every RBDR video is the presentation of a news, insight, or commentary that you just aren't going to find anywhere else in the research or insights industry. Now, we've got no doubt that you're going to find that to be the case when you check in with us on a regular basis. And as your appreciation for what we are presenting grows, we hope that you will thereby consider becoming an RBDR Patreon supporter. Like Fader Focus's Susan Fader, who felt the need and made her contribution last week. You can do the same at patreon.com/RBDR. So have a great research day. Join us here again tomorrow. We'll be waiting for you. And in these dangerous times, please stay safe.